You're like trained in cooking.
I think it's a good idea, Eddie. Would you have a spaghetti eating contest next time we do this?
I'll do it. Eddie's just fucking carb overload.
I know. That's why I gave him some vegetables today.
Okay, well, let's go over the rules then. Are you even recording this?
I'm thinking let's just be friends. I'm thinking let's just be friends. Oh.
Hi, welcome to Exes podcast episode 5. We were talking right before Eddie fired up the camera. You were saying that you want to have a cook-off with me. So go ahead and explain the rules. We'll break this down.
No, okay. So it's because we both bought the ingredients for spaghetti with the intention of eating it together.
Yeah.
So then my thought was, what if we both make spaghetti during the next podcast, like right before we start, and then we use the exact same ingredients, exact same, like, we'll use canned sauce, so it's like completely easy. You know, you cook the noodles, you add the sauce, whatever.
Yeah, you're giving me like a handicap kind of thing.
Yeah, and then we plate it, and then we give it to Eddie, and then he rates it on like taste, like appearance, all that.
Yeah.
And like you can do your little, you know, if you want to use salt and pepper, you can. If like you can do that, but there's no like you can't.
But I was saying to you before the camera was rolling that like this is like me having a modeling competition with like Bradley Cooper. Like I'm gonna lose. Because you're in culinary arts. Like I'm gonna lose. Like I'll try because I'm a competitive person by nature, and I feel like I know Eddie well enough to know that like if I make mine super fucking greasy, he'll like it better.
Yeah.
But like
I don't know how you can make spaghetti greasy.
Are we allowed to?
Oh,
no,
we're gonna try.
I meant greasy, like just trust me. I have a good idea on how I'm gonna make mine better. But I can't do that because you're vegan. Fuck.
What we're gonna do? Add garlic bread?
No.
Just cook it. Don't even boil them in water. Just cook it in bacon grease.
Is he rating the whole plate? The meal as a whole?
He's rating the spaghetti.
So it's just spaghetti, and are you allowed to add other ingredients?
Okay, how about all I'm allowed to use is the can of sauce, mushrooms, onions, and then veggie ground, and you're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want.
Okay, I like
there,
that.
that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
game.
hand me
There
that,
we
yeah,
go. And then,
All right, you ready to eat spaghetti at 9 o'clock in the morning next Saturday? Woo! He's gonna leave here it's like bloated as hell, like
yeah.
Well, because you know if you put a plate of food in front of him, you can literally count down from 5 and the plate's gone, no matter what's on it, no matter how high the plate is.
Do you think that Eddie eats faster than me?
Yeah. Eddie eats faster than anyone I've ever seen in my life. You know when you drive out on the highway here, they have those gigantic, huge, like 500-pound pigs, and then you could just throw anything and they eat it right away, and it's just gone.
Yeah.
Eddie eats faster than them.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I would eat one of those.
No,
I'm
you eat
vegan.
faster than that. Like, and it's like, I don't even think he takes a breath. I think he could probably set a world record for how long he could hold his breath.
Or maybe Eddie's one of those people, like that. You know, when you're born, you can breathe out of your nose and mouth at the same time, but then you lose that ability. So
I'm
that's
doing
how
it right
you're
now.
able. No, but you can't. But babies can do it, so like they can breastfeed or whatever and breathe. But maybe Eddie never lost that, and he can still he can breathe all the time.
And I don't drink anymore, so I'm not shotgunning beers. So I'm shotgunning.
I forgot about
go.
you. How
Bangers
fast
and
you
mash.
shotgun beers.
Really?
You do that, right? You could chug a bottle like, yeah. You put a straw in it, don't you? No, you just. I've never seen anything like it. Like he's just like, gone.
In order to shotgun a bottle, you have to smash the bottom off of it.
What?
As you lift it up, you smash. The
No,
bottom.
you don't. Do you really?
I don't know. I've shotgunned a fucking ton of beers. I messaged my friend the other day. Well, it doesn't matter, but Stevie D, remember, like the lead singer of Kincaid. And
No.
I was like, "Hey man, how you been?" And he's like, "Pretty good." And he's like, "You still in Victoria?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, and then I asked him how his life was, and he's like, "I'm married. He's got a kid now." And he's just like, "I just think back on like the old days and like how the fuck we made it through all that, like just like the partying and stuff like that." I talked to Brian about. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I talked to Brian, my brother-in-law, about this. Like, you know that NoFX song where it's like 16 years getting loaded, 16 years and his liver exploded, and then me and Brian were laughing because like at that time it had been like 20 years of drinking for us.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, I don't think I've ever had a night in my life where I said, like, how am I still alive?
You sure? What about that night where you were in the back of the car and you were hanging out with a bunch of people on Halloween and you puked into your costume like that in the back of the car? I remember that story.
That was so bad.
I've literally done the exact same thing.
Dude, this guy, he has like this beautiful black Cadillac Escalade, and there's no cabs. And then I think it was just like a guy that was like, dude, I can make money tonight because it's busy. So he pulls over and he's like, hey, if you guys want to lift home,
I think
you
he
can
was
pay
more,
me.
Yeah, but he was more thinking like maybe I might be able to get laid too.
Yeah, with 4 fucking people. I'm going to fuck all 4 of these people. 2 of them are dudes. That's exactly what he was thinking.
Anyway, crazier shit's happened.
So he picked us up and he said, the only rule I have is you can't puke in my car. And then like I'm just sitting there, and then I was wearing a pirate costume and I opened it up, puked inside of it, closed it, and then got out and like shook out the puke.
Oh God. I've never done that. Never puked anywhere. Never shit my pants. Never sharted. Nothing. I own my fucking body. I have good control.
You have great butthole control.
I have the most amazing.
All bow to the master of his domain.
Do you remember that time I texted you and I was like, I was walking. I think I went downtown and I saw you at work and I was walking and I was like, I'm gonna shit my pants. Like I think this is the first time I'm gonna shit my pants. And then I went into that Chinese food restaurant that wasn't open.
Right.
And there was the one guy in there. And I was like, can I use the washroom? And he was like, customers only. I was like, nope. And I just walked past him because I was like, if he said that, I would have been that lady in Tim Hortons that shit on the floor. Like I would have shit the restaurant.
Yeah.
I saw a comedian the other day, She was saying, she said, if you want to break up with a guy, just shit the floor.
Shit the floor.
That was fucking hilarious. Yeah, just shit the floor. Because like, how, okay. Actually, yeah. What is the funniest way that you could break up with somebody? Just come up with one right now. Just the funniest way, like, you know? Come up with one in texting and then come up with one in person.
I don't know, like maybe send like a really, like send like a nude and be like, oh shit, I meant to send that to my dad.
It's just something you could do regularly.
Yeah. So I'm talking about like for real, like, you know what I mean? Like if, let's say you and I didn't know each other, like we know each other, I was dating you and I was like, oh, I don't really like this girl. And then she was like, and then you were like, oh, like, what are you doing tonight? Like I would text back like, well, I guess that wouldn't be breaking up. That'd just be like not wanting to talk to you. But like breaking up with you.
This is
like,
probably why you guys still have a podcast.
why?
Because you don't know how to break up.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about the funniest thing you could possibly text to somebody.
What is yours?
What I would do?
Yeah.
If I was going to break up with somebody, I would through text or in person.
Oh, in person, you know what you should do is you should split a bag of chips with them, and then they'll break up.
No, I just walk up dead-eyed, like I just walk up to them dead-eyed like this, and I just look right at their forehead, and then I'd be like, that's why I'm leaving you. And then I would just turn around and walk away and never speak to them again. Like literally like walk up and just, because you can tell when someone's looking at your forehead, like look at that, right? So like just walk up and just stare at their forehead and be like, that's why I'm leaving you. And then just walk away. And then for the rest of their lives, they'd be like, this guy broke up with me because of my forehead, I think.
And then they'd have bangs forever.
Well, can I say that that's actually what Steven did to me?
That's not
how
at
he
all.
ended it.
No, that's not at all.
Yeah. And then he moved
It'd be
out.
funny. Or just like, just anything. If you looked at their shoulder and just be like, ew, and then just walked away. I like leaving things in a mystery. Actually, I quit this job once. I worked at Subway.
Yeah.
I didn't actually quit. I don't know. I walked out, but I would have got fired if I stuck around. So like, I was sitting there and I don't like customer service because people are fucking cunts and it just sucks. So like,
Oops. I'm
I'm making subs because I was a sandwich artist when I lived in Calgary, and I was cutting and I was like, okay, and then they just whatever they do, right? Like lettuce, bland, whatever. And then he said, he probably didn't say it because my hearing's so bad, but I heard jalapenos. So I was like, fucking put jalapenos on it or whatever. And then he was like, I didn't say jalapenos, idiot. And I was like, and I like that. And I grabbed the wax paper on by either side of the sub like this. And my manager is fucking working right next to me, like checking people out. And I went over the sneeze guard and threw it at him. I went, fuck you. And then I took off my apron, threw it at my manager and walked out. I was like, fuck this place. Because I was working split shifts at Subway, like 15 hours a day to make rent.
That's fuck. My mom did that like a year ago, and we still, like, anytime we eat cucumbers as a family, we make a joke about it. So we were in the lineup at Subway, and the girl, my mom's like, lettuce, tomato, pickles, and the girl starts putting cucumber on it. She's like, I didn't say cucumber. And then now every time we do anything, we make fun of her for it. But so, yeah, she just comes off as, she's just shy, but she comes off as aggressive.
We were driving down the road one day, and her mom was in the back, and we just drove by a pile of clothes on the side of the road.
Stephen, don't.
Yeah, we drove by a pile of clothes, and she just looks out the window and she goes, "Huh, someone must have got raped." And I was like, "What the fuck?" She was trying to be funny, like she does that.
She. I think she actually thought.
Well, I was backpedaling there because you said no, Stephen, don't. But I guess you're gonna put your mom on blast there.
No. I think it's worse if she was making a joke than if she saw a scene and thought it was someone getting
It was just
raped.
a pile of clothes that somebody was like, "Fuck this," you know? It made
so
me.
Funny.
Oh my god! So there's, I had to tell Eddie this and everybody watching. There's no spoilers in what I'm about to say about the Joker at all. There's one scene because he's a fucking crazy person, right?
I will end this podcast
No.
if you spoiler this shit for me.
Have you not seen it?
There's one scene where he goes and tells a joke that's not funny at all. He's sick, and it's like the joke isn't funny. In a theater full of people, I burst out laughing. Like, I'll tell you the joke. It doesn't ruin the movie. He goes, so this woman said,
knock, knock.
Yeah, knock, knock. And then she's like, who's there? And then what was it?
It was
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
No, the police are at the door or whatever. He's like, I'm so sorry, your son's been hit by a bus and killed. And I fucking burst out laughing. And I was like, because I don't know why I laughed. It was funny to me. And that was a natural laugh. I didn't even mean to do it.
Well, and have you ever heard Steven's like big laugh?
Yeah. Like,
it sounds like the Joker. Like it.
Entire theater vacates after man scares audience in the Joker screening.
It kind of like I was kind of like, ugh,
you know what the weirdest part is wait till you watch the movie. I actually can relate to a lot of the fucking things that dude was going through.
Did you guys go together?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went last night.
I'm gonna kill you both.
Why?
Eddie wanted to go with me, but then I said, when are we going to go see the Joker? And then he texted me.
I've been messaging him like, let's go right now.
Yeah, but I've been busy.
I'm not
I gotta do the
into it.
dishes.
I'm not
Gotta
into
do
it.
my
And then he's like,
laundry.
and then
At least my house is
yesterday he was
fucking
like,
clean
Joker. I was like,
compared to
oh,
your
I don't know
houses.
if I can do it today. And he's just like, oh, I went and saw it. I'm like, fuck you.
I said I'd go again with you. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, that's besides the point.
Yeah. Sorry, Eddie. I didn't know that I didn't. You know what? I hate the movies, and it's just because
I'm not sorry.
Steven and
I don't
haven't.
care. I watched a movie.
Yeah, but Steven and I haven't
Ex
really.
Best Friends podcast.
Yeah,
coming
there you
soon.
go. There you go.
Let's go watch Terminator Dark Fate. I really want to watch that. That's got Linda Hamilton.
I'm gonna go see it without you.
Eddie, you want to go to the movies?
Let's go.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I don't care.
No, imagine sharing popcorn with Eddie.
I want to see. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure Eddie could eat he'll probably eat the bag too.
No, you know what?
It's covered in movie theater butter.
No, you have to
It's
get
delicious.
butter. You have to ask for butter.
It might be good to share popcorn with Eddie because then we'd get the refill before the previews were done.
We'll get the refill before we hit the doors to go in the theater.
Last night, I literally filled a paper bag up because Steven doesn't like seasoning.
She put dill pickle seasoning on it.
And I just ate it like this. Like, did you not see me eating it? I had the bag like this.
I
and
heard
I was
you
just
eating it though.
Did you really?
No.
I was just sticking my tongue in the bag. Like, I was like, because I didn't want to get dill pickle seasoning on my fingers.
Here's something funny about the movies, okay? Okay, so both tickets, $27. A large popcorn and a bottle of water, $13.50. That is fucking insane. And then so when you get a large popcorn, you can get a refill. But I was like, hey, could we just get another bag so we could split this bag in two because she likes seasoning and I don't like it? And he's like, I can't do that. I'm like, you're not going to give me a fucking paper bag, you scum cunt. Like, what the fuck? You know? I've never actually,
You've been saying
I've
the
lashed
C
out
word a
only
lot.
once on a Dairy Queen guy. Because I was standing in line and I wanted to get a Blizzard. And I'm just standing there and there's a lady in front of me. And you know when you have somebody in front of you that just takes way too long and it just makes you want to rip out your eyeballs and eat them?
Yeah.
So probably 10 minutes goes by. I'm the second in line. This lady's in front of me. Finally, she goes and I walk up and I was like, hey, could I get an Oreo Blizzard? And the guy's like, oh, the Blizzard machine's down. And I literally looked him in the eye and I went, well, then put up a fucking sign. Like, I was so angry. And the guy was like, oh, I was one of those people. But like, it's true
Kid's
though.
like 14. It's his first job. Probably
No,
his,
no,
like,
no, no.
second
He was older.
day.
He was like about to go play Warhammer when he got off work. Like, he was like probably 50. No, 40 maybe. 30 probably.
That
I
was
don't know.
rude.
So, whatever. It's rude that I had to stand in line in your shitty ass ice cream place.
Yeah, Steven hates lines. Like, literally,
yep.
he would rather eat, like, shit off the floor than wait 10 minutes in a line for
Who's
food.
shit?
Lady Gaga's.
I'd rather eat Lady Gaga's shit than be here right now. And I want to be here right now.
That's sick. No, but he like, and that was the biggest problem, is because obviously, what?
Can we touch on that for a second? Like, would she be there, or what if it was just sent to you?
Oh yeah.
No, I'd have to watch it come out her ass because then it could be anybody's shit.
What if there was a stamp of certification?
Like a signature that says, I pooped this?
I pooped this.
Can it be in a miniature toilet?
What if there's a video of her doing it and then putting
You
it in?
guys
I
are
actually have this
fucked.
stand-up bit that I've been writing
guys are
that's
so
based on
fucked.
this idea that like I fantasize so much about what my life could be like outside of the existence that I have that I actually sat there one day and created this reality TV show called Life with the Gagas, and I was married to Lady Gaga, and my name was Steven Gaga. I legally changed it to that, and we had like a kid. We have like a 2-season deal on like some network.
Did you name the kid Goo Goo?
Goo Goo Gaga.
That's good.
Dad
Actually,
joke
you
of
know
the
what?
day.
If I would name my kid, if we had a son, I would name him Radio. Because the reason being is that's where she got her name from. Like Radio Goo Goo, Radio Gaga, that Queen song.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is funny. But I thought it was funny.
Maybe you should have twins and name them Goo Goo and Radio.
If I had a son, I'd name him Max.
I
We've
know.
always talked about this. But it wouldn't be short for Maximus, it'd be short for Maximum, and his middle name would be Danger. Maximum Danger Gittins. That's exactly
So
what
if
would
anybody wants to get knocked up by Steven
No.
and have a kid that has a permanent mullet and is a hellraiser, then give him a call.
So 1 week ago, I stopped drinking completely, and I've been sober for 1 week, which is a pretty big feat for me. I've also haven't had a cigarette since last Sunday night at 9, and I also haven't masturbated in a whole week.
Why aren't you jerking it?
I just thought, why not? I don't know. It's actually, you came into my mind the second
When
day.
he was masturbating. I was
No,
thinking
yeah.
about masturbating.
No, he like fasted
I
from
did,
beating
I did
off.
all.
for-
I did all of this. I quit everything.
yeah.
Oh,
Everything.
you quit. What's the problem with masturbating? Why would you ever need
It's
to
not a
quit
problem.
that?
It's just like
It's just about self-control. It's
Being
about
alone. Being alone for one. So like I am lonely a lot of the time. Like I literally am sitting in a room with my two best friends and everybody else never calls me. So like if you guys don't talk to me, I'm just sitting on my couch. You could bet it. 90% of the
beaten
time.
off.
So in moments
Fucking
like that, when you're
Christians.
bored or when you're lonely, when you go to bed, when it's quiet in the room, like I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I've been like really going back through the 10-minute podcasts and listening to that with all them, and like, you just jerk off a lot. You end up watching porn a lot, and it's just like you know what I mean? Like I just want to kind of break this thing on that and just like yeah, and it is self-control of just being like whatever.
Right.
Plus,
Like,
I'm
well,
saving
it's-
up for a load. If we ever get back together, I'm just going to blast you in the face with one.
Teach me a lesson. That's what you get for leaving me.
You're pregnant even if he pulls out.
Yeah.
It's like that South Park episode where Randy, like the internet's down, and then finally he gets a chance at the internet, and he's like beating off to porn, and then the whole room's just
Oh.
covered, but it's about ghosts. He's like, it's ectoplasm.
Yeah,
or whatever.
ectoplasm. That's what it was.
Or I think Scary Movie, there's a scene too where he like blows a load and
Yeah.
shoots her to the roof or whatever.
Yeah.
Those fucking movies are so dumb.
Well, you know what's interesting is, like, obviously, when we hang out, we listen to podcasts or Actually, it's funny because I always say I watch podcasts and people kind of like give me a weird look, but
Yeah.
I can't listen to a podcast. I need to have the visual.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm a terrible listener.
Just say video podcast.
Video podcast,
Yeah.
not I watch podcasts. Anyway, but they're all those comedian guys are taking breaks on jerking it.
I've heard a couple of, well, one of them at least talk about it. Theo Vaughn talked about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've been really into Your Mom's House. Like, I'm going way back.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a lot of sex talk and masturbating. Actually, one thing that I really liked was it was talking about how sometimes like the porn you're into, like what gets you off, it's like part of like a trauma in your life or whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't say that I'm into like a certain type of porn.
No, you just like trending, whatever's the first top videos.
No, I go through. No, you know what? I go through phases. I missed what you said, but Eddie's laughing. What'd you say?
You just want to fit in, so you're going with whatever the top viewed thing is.
The top viewed? No. Oh, you calling me boring?
No.
I don't understand what's happening because when Eddie talks in the mic, his mic is over there, so he has to turn his head away from me, so I can't hear what he's saying. But yeah, if you want to say something, you gotta say it loud. My ears are plugged because I'm getting sick. I go through phases. I don't even know if you watch porn. We've never really had much of a conversation about it, and I don't think that you're open to talk about that kind of stuff.
Well,
you get nervous when sexual things get brought up.
you know what I do, and I also I feel I never like after sex I'm like fuck yeah. I feel shame. So I don't like to masturbate for that reason because I feel gross. Like I feel, and I don't know what that comes from, but like
Probably, yeah.
yeah, but no, I don't like talking about sex. Like I don't like, I mean, I'll talk about it with other people, like if they want to talk about it, but just with myself.
It's because that's what I was just about to say. Is like it's the funniest thing to me because you constantly talk about fucking people, sucking people, just doing the nastiest things. Like I'll eat your ass and suck your dick from the back and all this crazy shit. And then when it actually comes down to it, from my perspective, I don't know how you are with other people, but to me, you're so sexually closed off. Like that was a big part in our relationship. That was like the downfall.
Like even
of it.
when we got it on, I was sexually closed off.
No. I'd say maybe 50-50.
It's just fucking the crease in your legs.
Sometimes.
The back of your knee.
Mom, if you're watching this, I'm actually a virgin.
Mom's watching this. She's probably beating off to my face.
Oh my god. No, she's probably like, "What? I really did think someone got raped. Why is that funny?" No, but sexually closed off. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Also, I get
Not so
'cause you know,
sexually closed off. No, you are sexual. I don't mean to cut you off.
No.
But like you don't like to talk about it. You don't like to communicate. Like if like yeah, fuck it. If you and I were like fooling around in foreplay and I like said to you, I was like, "What do you desire?" Exactly. If I was like, "What like have you ever fantasized about doing anything?" You'd just be like, all you want is just shut up and get the job done so I can go back to life. Like that's what I get. That's how I
Yeah.
feel, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I just thought of something. Oh, I get the thinking part of it is I'm learning some things about myself, and I do not like to appear weak. I don't like to not be good at things. And this
Vulnerable.
yeah. So, and we've talked about this before where if I'm going to take something on, I fucking take it on. Like, and I learn everything about it, and I need to be a master of it. And I won't tell anybody that I'm doing things because I don't want them to know me at a phase where I wasn't good at it. So for me, whenever you hear people talk about sex and they say things that girls do that they like or they dislike, I get it stuck in my head. And then I feel like, because I remember once you were talking about, you hooked up with someone and you said like her back went like that. And then
Yeah, it's
from
like
there,
I said in a room, I remember that I said it was like fucking a scared cat. Like
no.
No, but
No,
like that's
not what you said.
what
I've
we were
said
talking
this.
about that. Yeah, she's arched her back.
Yeah,
That's a
and then
common
I
thing.
didn't know that was more desirable than being like
Well, it
that.
doesn't feel good when you're like trying to go like this.
Yeah, but I don't know that. And I actually
Well, watch some fucking porn.
Yeah, but porn's not real. I don't know. Anyway, I don't like
It's not animated.
what?
Like it's not a cartoon. It's real.
It's literally all people have nowadays.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna fuck like that.
No, but like I've learned things in porn. I've learned how to not fuck by watching porn 100%.
Dude. Anyway,
You were looking
So-
at me there like you're like, oh, you know you
no,
haven't.
no,
You're
I
bad
just,
and bad."
I just like that.
Yeah, go ahead. You were talking about the ass. and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
mean
yeah,
to cut you
yeah,
off. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
It just makes me. I just feel like I can't be good at it, so I just don't want to talk about it. I don't want to do it, and that's what it is. Like I'm so concerned about being good at things.
But you're never gonna get better. Like you are really good in bed.
Shut up! Don't
No,
say things
see,
like that.
but like you're never gonna get better at something if you don't communicate, right? And it's all situational. Like having sex with me is way different than having sex with some fucking guy, some other dude. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's why you have to communicate. You have to
Yeah.
be able to like tie together and then work together.
Yeah,
to be able
no, that's not what it is for
Okay.
me. But
I'm just saying that communication is
Yeah.
key when it comes to being
we're getting
intimate with somebody.
We're getting far enough into it. I'm getting anxiety.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that's why I'm not a big horn dog.
You don't have to be a horn dog.
I think that's gonna start a new section of this thing, and that's let's make Brittany a master.
A master. We got the black leather couch.
we just can't tell anybody.
Yeah.
I've kind of always wanted to do that.
Do what?
Like be like when in a relationship with somebody that I trust, probably like a wife or somebody that I know that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. Make like an actual sex tape.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say invite
But like
Eddie
get one
over
of
to
her
have
friends
sex.
to film it. Like not be a part of it, but to film it. Not one of her friends. It'd have to be one of her friends so she feels comfortable, but like not just some dude with a camera.
Why do I feel like this excludes me from?
Because like if I was having sex, like let's say me and Britt were having sex and then I turn over and I see that man bun and you're sitting there fucking eating a burger or something, chewing. And I don't
I
think
would
that
just
your
not
wife
be-
would be too happy
I'd
if you
just
were
be getting
filming
the
us having
angles.
sex.
Getting
What?
the
Just be
angles.
getting those angles.
Yeah, and the lighting.
You got to get right up in there for the good angles.
Yeah.
I don't have the body for that anyway.
And because it's low budget, he'd also have to be your. Is it a fluffer? The
It
one
wouldn't
that
be
gets
low
you
budget
hard?
though. If we film,
No, no. I mean, like we can't hire a whole crew, so he'd be everything. He'd be makeup. He'd be your fluffer. He'd be it all.
I don't think a fluffer is a real thing.
Oh.
I think
No.
it's just used as an insult to people.
No, they're a real thing.
There's
Yeah.
someone that just sits there and jerks off. Dude.
No, they just like.
There's pills
get
that
them-
like being a porn star as a dude, as a girl's obviously, but like as a dude, I'd imagine, no pun intended, would be really hard. You know what I mean? Like I think that like
Or there's a lot of pressure.
yeah, to be able to
To
come
be
on
able
demand
to
like
be
that, or to
hard.
be able to not come too early, to be able to stay as hard as they, like there's probably a lot of cuts and stuff like that.
Well,
But like,
don't you notice in porn where whenever anybody's about to come, they're just cranking themselves, and then it cuts to it happening. It's hardly ever in one motion
yeah,
because they're so trained not to come.
yeah. Who
very,
knows?
very insightful, Eddie.
I've been doing my research.
Eddie, do you shoot big loads? What? I just want to know. I watched this.
I think it's the same as anybody. If you've been saving it up, like you were saying, it's
No,
gonna
that's
fill the
that's
room.
not though. I actually read an article online that was saying that like it's some sort of thing that changes. Like that's why some people can shoot way bigger loads and some people shoot smaller loads. It's like it has nothing to do with saving it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously, if you leave it for a day or two, it's not good, but it changes the consistency. It's not so thick and white. It's more like Clearasil or whatever the consistency.
This
of that
podcast is way better than the last one.
This one is because we're not fighting.
No, it's
Because
Good content.
Britt's
good content.
uncomfortable with this talk, so we're just
no,
gonna switch it from
it's
this-
okay until you start talking about that.
You should have just stopped it.
The
at that.
consistency of the cum.
Yeah. Oh,
It's okay until you start talking. That's why I wanted to just stop right there. No, I had thoughts
It
in my
doesn't.
head.
It's. I feel like I don't manifest anything.
It's because you've been depressed for 4 years.
Depressed?
Yeah. Trying to shake things. It's been tough. The last 4 years have been really tough on you. I've been really tough on you. This whole thing's been really tough on you.
I don't know if I'd say I was depressed though.
Yeah. I think you should bend this and put it up so it's not blocking
I'm
your
so
face.
bad at it.
Also, did you push record?
I don't know how to
We're
do it.
back. Britt took a dump.
I
No,
didn't.
Up.
Up. Can you come do it? Like this? Oh my god, I'm doing it. Here we go.
Your boobs actually look fucking dope as shit in that shirt. Anyway,
In this
we're-
shirt?
well, your boobs look dope normally. I actually thought she had fake tits when we first met each other.
Come on.
I'm serious. Anyway, welcome back.
Who would get C cups for fake boobs?
Every single girl that wants to be a normal and not a gross porn star. Anyway, we're back.
I
Britt
love
took-
fake boobs.
Really?
I freaking love them.
Have you ever had a fake tit in your hand?
No, but I think they look amazing. I remember
Well, that's depending on who did them, but yeah.
I was 5
I've
years
seen
old.
a fair amount of them.
and
like,
every night I would pray, literally on my knees by my bed, because like I was raised Catholic, and I'd be like, "Dear God, give me big boobs," every single night. And then the thing I would say all the time is that I wanted
she
to
manifested her fat titties.
be. No, they're okay.
And
So
God had nothing to do with that.
okay, so then I would say that I'd be like, "Mom, all I want to be is like Dolly Parton. So whenever I'm driving a car, my boobs are so big that they beep the horn the entire time I'm driving." And that was always the joke, is I was obsessed with boobs. And I think like fake boobs naked, I don't really know what they look like, but fake boobs in a shirt, whenever I see them, I'm like, damn, that girl looks good.
It all depends, man. If you get big fat ones, they're gross. Like fake boobs, I don't know. I boobs are like the equivalent to dicks. You know what I mean?
They're all different.
They're all different. They go left, right, up, down, diagonally, fucking pointing. They're fucking skinny in the bottom and thick in the top. Thick at the bottom, skinny in the top. Dicks are different. Tits.
Oh, dicks. I
some
thought
are
you were
like-
talking about tits. I was trying to picture
But
a
like seriously,
titty
like
that.
nipples and boobs, like I've never ever in my life, if I even tried to think about all the boobs I've seen IRL, is like I've never seen the same set of titties. Ever.
Yeah, so then you get fakers, then they're just dope round boobies.
No, I'm not a fake tit guy. Are
You're
you?
not?
Do you like fake boobs? No,
What?
no, I'm not at all. I don't even like it in porn. Like when I see like a really good looking girl in like a porn or something like that, and she has fake boobs, I feel disappointed inside. I'm
What?
like, fuck, that
No,
sucks.
man.
You should have just left it.
I think that they're great. I don't know why I like them so much.
Who knows? Anyway, welcome back to the Exes podcast. Like I was going to say, that's because you took a dump and then we took a break because it's not a DSLR camera. I apologize, Eddie, because he's a gearhead. It's a mirrorless camera, straight to sensor. I don't know. Anyway.
He just died.
No, and I said DSLR. He went, oh, I hate it when you say that because he really loves gear, but
I think he might be dead.
yeah, he just fucking... I've watched, yeah. That'd be so funny. I watched a podcast the other day with Crystalia on it, and he did that. He just was like, oh, I forget what he said, like life rips or something. He's like, and then he just died. It'd be like the funniest way to die, like right before you die, be like, I did it. You know, and you just die.
I do. I want one of those Life Rips hoodie that Crystal.
They're sold
has.
out.
I bet they
I
are.
want one too.
Dude, it's just so funny. Life Rip. You know what? I did not like Crystalia until I started watching him on podcasts.
I had to convince you.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. A lot of girls don't like Crystalia. Well, girls like him because apparently he's got a thick old dick and he's a good looking guy and he's funny.
He's got money, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But that's
Bags,
so
he says.
Bags of money. I don't know.
He always has this joke, Eddie, where he goes like this, like he's like talks about spending money and he's like, and it didn't make a dent. Like, it's so fucking funny. Yeah, so we have to touch on two things here. One, I didn't stay at the same weight or gain weight. I'm 210 pounds, so I don't have to watch any stupid video that Eddie has for me or do anything that you guys want
Sorry,
me to do.
did you just say you're the same weight?
210.
And you were 210 last time?
No, it was 214 last episode. It was 220, 216, 214, and 210. And next week. But with this said, Eddie's like, I'll catch up to you sometime. So I have to have the desired weight that I get to.
Yeah.
And I can't keep losing weight. And I told him this morning, like, I'm not fucking Benjamin Button. Like, you know what I mean?
Benjamin Button
One
lost
day we
weight.
get here, he's just a shriveled little man. His shriveled little thing. And he's
I
just
just
like,
a little
I'm
spot
not going
right
to watch
here."
it, Eddie. I'm not going to watch it.
But like, so so fuck y'all, I'm losing weight, probably due to the fact that I've been eating healthy and running, and I stopped drinking. So yeah, 5 days without a cigarette, 6 days without a cigarette, 6 days without a cigarette. That's the longest I've ever gone without smoking in 24 years. And every time I tell people that, they're like, oh, cool. But
Well-
inside me, I'm like, yes. Like, I'm just so fucking excited. I want to be smoke free more than anything in the world.
So,
Anything.
a month ago, though, or I guess it was in the summer, you
Went 12
you-
days on one pack.
yeah, you did really well, and people were so proud of you then, and then you started smoking again. So I think that it's just like the first time it was like, holy shit, Steven, that's amazing. Where now it's like people don't
We'll
believe
see
in you.
what happens.
Yeah, which sucks.
Yeah, I
But-
don't give a fuck though. That's the thing is like, I've actually in the past week started to really realize that like, I don't need people's approval for things. They can go fuck themselves. Even you. Like, I'm gonna
I
live
think
my
we
life.
already discussed that she's not going to go fuck herself.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just gonna
Go back
I'm gonna
to minute 21:36.
My
and I talk
favorite
about not
thing in the
fucking
world
myself.
is the fact that Britt hates it when I cut her off. But 5 times I've counted on this podcast, and you could rewind it. She's cut me off. Anyway, the
Can
second
we
thing.
have a Brittany cutoff counter in the corner
that would
of the
be
video?
hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Okay, done.
I'll just have a button, or have a button. Like, I'll just hit it. Anyway, no, I don't want to do that because I just want it to be free form speech. If we cut each other off, we'll talk like we normally talk. That's what this is about. Second thing, I didn't go up and stand up because we were going to watch the video, mostly due to the fact that I was not having a good time in the first couple days of trying to quit smoking. So I just didn't want to go up there like feeling nicking out, but I think it would have kind of been funny to just go up and do crowd work nicking out.
No, you like if anybody said anything to you.
Oh yeah, I would fucking rip them to shreds.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be funny. No one would laugh.
So here's the question. Or actually, okay, so just to finish off that you're realizing you don't care what people think, but I would disagree because it does seem to mean a lot to you that nobody is blown away by the fact
Yeah,
that
but
you
that's-
haven't been smoking.
That's some sort of thing from my childhood. Like, you want to talk about trauma and stuff like that. Like, that's like never feeling accepted by anybody. Like, not even my friends when I was in high school. Like, when I moved to new cities or when I moved around, I didn't feel accepted. Like, even getting into the stand-up community here and stuff like that, I don't feel like any of them even like me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just me. I don't feel accepted by people, and I never have. Like, we've known each other for almost like years and years and years. We dated for years and fucking years, and we're still friends, but I still don't feel accepted by you. There's still moments, even Eddie last night, or Eddie, when Eddie texted me about the Joker,
Yeah.
I said, hey, what's up with the Joker? And he went, I don't know. And that's what I got from it, because that's where my mind goes. My mind goes to a place where he's like, I don't know, fuck it, we're not going to go. But he was saying, like, I don't know when we're going to go, but because I just think everyone fucking hates me, that's
He went and saw it without me.
that's a big
He
reason.
taught you a lesson
Yeah.
for hating him.
Yeah.
No. It has nothing to do with Eddie. It has to do with how I perceive. That's why I hate texting, because you can't hear tones.
Yeah, right.
You can't hear like things, but like that's why I think I try, and I've always tried ever since I was a kid. Like, if you go back and talk to anybody from my childhood or anybody from elementary school, like, and said like, oh, Steven's pursuing like stand-up comedy, every single one of them would be like, yeah, that seems right, because I've always been like trying to make people laugh because I always want everybody to like me. You know? Yeah, I don't know.
So
That's like therapist talk right there.
yeah, but so you say you don't care what people think, but I think that you do, but you've accepted the fact that you're not getting the reaction that you want from them, so you're trying to cut that out of your existence.
Well, it's like the other day I texted you, and in my mind it warranted any response, just anything. Because like it would be like,
What'd you text me?
it was when we were talking that night, and I sent you like that message, be like, don't worry about not inviting me tonight because I know it gives you anxiety and stuff like that. And then I said like, have a great night, I love you. And then you just didn't respond for like a day. And then I remember the next day when I saw that you didn't text, I was like, oh. And then I wanted you to respond, but then I was like, you know what, maybe like we're not the same. But at the same time, in my head, I pictured this. Imagine if you said something to me, right? And then it did warrant a response. Like, even if it was like,
Yeah.
okay, I love you. And then I just looked at you like this and then just walked away. Like, that's how I view it, even through texting. But
Yeah,
I
okay.
think with texting and because of social communication through technical devices or whatever, like it becomes impersonal, and it's just like,
totally.
you know what I mean? Like, people are just like emotionally closed off to like the connection of what humans should be at, I think.
So anyway, we're talking about you quitting smoking. You don't care that nobody cares, but and then you're
I'm
talking
trying
about,
not to care
Yeah.
that nobody cares.
So you were talking about if you did crowd work or whatever, and I was going to ask you if how's like your mood swings now that it's been 5 days? How are you feeling? Like, do you feel like, do you have moments where you're like, I need a fucking cigarette?
No, I have little short, tiny explosions of it. So like last night when we went to the movie, we took that corner and there was that crackhead walking across the street and he had a cigarette out of his mouth. Literally in this time frame, that I was like, oh fuck, like I just feel like I want one, and then all of a sudden it stops. So like that's what it is.
When you said that last night, I thought it was because he was crossing and he shouldn't, so he
no,
made
it
you
was
mad?
it was the cigarette hanging out of his
Oh.
mouth that like I like the act of smoking. For some reason, it just makes me calm, you know, like to have a cigarette, you know. It's funny, I've never seen the show Mad Men, so I've been watching that. And every scene, they're smoking a cigarette and drinking. And it's funny, it doesn't make me want to smoke. But there's just like these weird little times. It's not when I get mad. When I get stressed, I want to revert back to those bad habits. Like, I was really stressed out last night, and I was like, I literally had to like, when I was driving home, I was like, don't smoke, don't drink, don't smoke, don't drink. And just like, I had to do that in my head because it's not because I wanted a cigarette. It's just because I wanted to self-destruct. I just wanted to be like, fuck life, fuck everyone. Just go have a couple drinks and smoke a couple cigarettes, because I just like, I don't got anything else, man. I sat in my basement last night and put a fucking story on my Instagram. I was like, ask me questions. And like 80 people watched it in an hour and not one person responded. And then it was like, oh great, 80 people don't give a fuck. And that's where my mind, like that's just where I go. Like I just think that nobody gives a fuck about me.
Yeah.
And I think it is self-destructive, and it sucks too, because a lot of people, they live their own lives and they don't have the time to come help me in any way. They just want to be like on the surface friends and be like, hey, how you been? And nobody wants to hear, like, if I get really depressed, it's like, hey, how you been? It's like, oh, you know, life's been pretty tough lately. And I've gotten out of that so much around people, especially because a lot of people don't like to deal with that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand mental illness. So
I feel like you're going to watch back on this podcast and you're going to comment on my facial expressions for this past little bit. So, no, but
you're thinking that we shouldn't be talking about this and we should be making it funny, and I'm getting too serious.
No, it's not that it's not funny. It's that it's going to come up later, that the way that I'm reacting to it.
Is
so I think you'll
Are you
you'll
rubbing
watch
your
it.
crystal ball right now? Or
You've
you just-
already rewatched a podcast and said that it looks like I hate you.
You
so.
look at me sometimes like you do, like you're fucking angry at me. We actually had a discussion about this last night, but you do. And it's noticeable, and that's what I was bringing up.
Yeah, I know. So I'm telling you that you're going to watch this and you're going to say, you looked very uncomfortable when I was talking like that.
You looked uncomfortable when we were talking about sex. I think you're just generally uncomfortable about this.
No, it's just it's so one thing I'll say is that I goof around all the time and I very rarely act serious, and I think that you need to understand that, like, and I kind of said it to you before, like, life is so fucking hard that people don't need anything extra that's hard, right? So you think that people are like, oh, they don't want to talk to me because they don't like me, but when you talk heavy all the time, that's just like one more heavy thing that people need
But
to deal
that's what I was
with.
just saying is I'm trying to get out of that.
Yeah, so you're working on it, but also like sitting here talking about how people don't like you. Like when you talk like that,
If anybody wants to watch this at all, I'd like for them to know who I am. So maybe they can understand it a little better why we're sitting here having a podcast when we're exes.
Yeah, but
it could be all fucking goof and joke. I'd love to do a podcast where it was all comedy bits, but I don't think I know anybody in my life that could do that.
No, but do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is what you're saying about like how like people don't like me, and like you're always saying that.
I don't feel that they do.
I know, but you got to stop talking about that. I think that's part of the reason. It's because it's like, well, it's gonna, like, I'm gonna set him off, or it's gonna be fucked up, so I'm not even gonna bother with the interaction. Like, just, you know, and I think that it is good to be serious sometimes, but we're all just fucking joking and lying to each other, lying to ourselves. Like, we're all, like, it's like this social media time where, you know, you only see the good parts of people's lives. Like, we're just fucking killing time till we die. So, like, why not have fun? Why not, like, keep it easy?
But that's the thing. And honestly, somebody said this about me. Or am I okay
Said
to
what?
talk? Like somebody said that I was vapid. Somebody that I actually really respect said that I was vapid because all I do is joke around. So where's the fucking fine line?
No,
Do you
but
draw the line for me? Because I'm trying to draw it and I can't find it. I want to be a goofy fucker. I want to just constantly have fun in life and joke around. But that's so hard to do when everybody wants me to be the way that they want me to be. I don't know what everybody wants me to be. I'm just trying to be fucking me.
Yeah, I know.
And it's pretty fucking hard to find myself. I'm trying to find myself and I'm trying to be me. And you want to know what? I think that I'm a good person.
I think I literally say it all the time that you're the most misunderstood person.
But I just want to be funny.
I don't know, but like, also it's like, I think that a part of it is like,
have fun, not funny. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like maybe it's not all about sucking off their dads and grabbing butts and dicks. Like,
no, but I think.
But also, it's like asking people questions, not changing the subject, not cutting people off. Like, those are the type of things. People only care most of the time about themselves, and I think that if you're not letting them talk, if you're not making them feel good about themselves, you're asking them questions about themselves, then they get turned off because it's like, what am I getting from you? You're not servicing me, and it's just the way people are.
Yeah, I think I've always kind of been that way with like small talk. I don't like small talk. Like, I want something interesting to happen. Like, I want to riff with people and joke around with people, and I just don't have anyone like that in my life. Like, we used to be that, but I don't know if we're ever going to find it again. But like me, Eddie and I are like that. We joke around, you know, like, and I think that's why that is why him and I are such good friends, because like in the darkest of times when I'm feeling horrible, this guy will fucking just shit out an insult to me or something fucking funny, and you want to know what? It cheers me up because I know it's out of love. And that's the difference when there's somebody that doesn't take time to like understand me as a person, or just understand that I'm having a hard time. Like, we've had heart-to-hearts and he's said some real shit to me, but at the same time, it's like people will take shots at me and make fun of me, but they don't love me, and that's not nice.
Yeah,
you know? But I'm easy to make fun of because I'm such a goofball.
Yeah, I think that this conversation, you talking about people not liking you, you say it a lot. You say it in a room full of people, and it's
I don't anymore.
But it's awkward.
I used to.
Yeah, but you have, right?
Yeah, but I changed
So-
after I realized that
I know,
that
but
wasn't a
you
good way to
changed
do it.
after you stopped coming around, so nobody knows. It's really it's just that it's what I said. Life is so hard. People don't have time for the bullshit, right?
Yeah.
And but I also I want to change the subject because this is everything you're saying is the things I've had to listen to you say, and I don't like it.
Can I ask
because
you
I
one
take
question
it on.
before
No,
we move on?
Sure.
Do you see the change? Are you seeing change in me? Do you just say yes or no?
I want to finish what I was just saying.
Okay.
This conversation is like a conversation you and I have one-on-one, and I fucking hate them. And the fact that we're filming it, and now you're going to see my expression and how I react.
You're tired. You're tired of dealing with me.
I hate this conversation.
Okay, we'll switch the
And
subject.
but the change in you, I don't know. I mean, the last time I saw you around people, you had a little bit too much to drink, and I don't think you did a good job.
Where was I?
It was your friend's birthday, and we went to up the street from here, and his mom was there and his sister, and you left early. Anyway, that was the last time I saw you around people.
Oh, when I saw Dave and talked to Dave that night?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
I did good that night. Dave actually came over to my house, and we actually like really had a heart to heart because we hadn't talked
yeah,
in
I
multiple
just
months.
again, it's like heart to heart. Like you, I
Sometimes they're
thought you were
necessary.
too drunk. I thought you were too drunk that night, and I could see it in your face, and you never ever looked drunk. So that was like weird for me to see that
I got really, really nervous to be around people, but I wanted to be there.
Yeah, but
So-
anyway, I just
Yeah, we'll switch.
no, it's just a conversation we always have, and like I take it on, like
Mhm.
I take it very like everything that you're saying, I feel it all, and all I want to do is help you, but I can't change the way that you interact. And this has been a conversation we've been having
Yeah, but
for
you gotta-
years, and I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
okay,
I
okay,
hate
okay,
having
okay.
it.
You're just, I understand. You're dragging it on. Just stop talking about it and turn it into something funny.
Okay,
I
well,
get what you're saying.
Go. Let's do something else.
Okay. Would
And
you rather get rid of spoons for the rest of your life and never be able to use them? Or not be able to wear socks for the rest of your life and have stinky feet?
First of all, I've never had stinky feet in my
Yes, you
life.
have.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have. I
One
used to rub your
time-
feet every day for 4 years.
One time you thought I had stinky feet, and it was your upper lip.
You know what? Sometimes I'm like, oh, fuck, our relationship was bad. But I remember I was dope. I was fucking dope. I rubbed your feet every day for like 3 years or 4 years.
I know.
I'm fucking dope. I'm
That
a
was
good fucking boyfriend.
aggressive.
It was fucking aggressive. Because I'm a fucking
You know-
aggressive foot rubber.
And I knew
Get
this
the
was going to
fucking
come
knob.
up, so I brought your ex-girlfriend over to see if she thought you were dope.
Which one? The one that's plastic or the one that sucks?
Don't be mean.
Oh, I'm gonna be
Come
mean.
on in.
Wouldn't that be the funniest thing? I like how you're doing a bit and the camera can't even see you opening the door and me being like, is there actually somebody here? Like,
No, you were so good. You would.
there was parts of me that were good. But yeah,
Actually, it's
anyway,
funny.
you got to answer the question.
What would I rather?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never be able to use a spoon for the rest of your life. That includes wooden spoons. That includes
Oh,
ladles or whatever. Ladle? I don't know nothing about kitchens. Ladles. That includes every single type of spoon ever. Or never be able to wear socks ever again.
I choose not to wear socks because,
Oh, God.
but my feet don't stink.
Yeah, but you know what? I found a loophole, and it just fucking fired in my head right now.
What?
A spork. Because it's not a spoon. No, you can't.
Dude,
It's a spoon.
Really?
it's in the
just
name.
it's just
Fine,
a,
I'd tape.
It's
I'd
a spoon with Bart Simpson hair.
I would
Yeah.
take 4 forks and tape them together so it made a spoon, and I would do that. Yeah.
So I
like,
like spoons for cooking.
I'd weld a. Yeah.
And I actually, for the most part, it's a really weird thing. If I'm at work, I always eat my lunch with a spoon. Like,
Yeah.
no matter what it is. So I like spoons. And my feet don't stink, so I would go no socks.
I just told you that your feet sometimes stink.
Okay.
In the summertime, they
take my
stink.
shoe off right now and smell my foot.
Okay, take your shoe off. I'll smell your foot. I can't really smell right now. Make up would you rather
Smell
to me.
that. There's not even a hint.
Yeah, there is a little
No,
bit.
there's fucking not.
Yeah.
No, there's not. There's not. You're full of shit. You literally... There. The guy that can't even inhale. No, those actually, they're not
they
stinky.
don't.
Are those new shoes?
No, they're not.
They smell new.
They're not new. Look how dirty they are.
True.
All right. Come up with a would you rather for me then.
Oh, I hate these things.
Do you? Do you have anything that you want? We actually didn't touch on this. So how would you break up with somebody that would be really funny? Because I'd walk up and do the forehead thing. That's how I would do it in person. I'd go.
I don't think that's funny though.
I think it's fucking hilarious because for the rest of their life, you know. Like I think it'd be funny to break up with somebody. They'd be like, on text, just type click. Just that's it. Click.
What's that mean?
Just I'm done.
Oh, so
What does that mean? I think it'd be funny.
I remember being a
Phones
kid.
don't click anymore.
Yeah.
But that's the fucking
No, I don't know. I don't
Fucking
think
Yeah,
that's
right.
funny.
Is that when your grandpa broke up with someone?
Yeah. I remember there was like the lines you used as a kid, and it's like, hey, I bought a dump truck, I put you on top, I took you to the dump, and then I dumped you. And that's how you would break up with people?
Really?
I remember doing that in like elementary school.
Tell me, tell me how you would break up with somebody.
Dude, we've been talking about this for 10 minutes.
Okay.
I got nothing.
Okay.
The way I would break up with someone is I would probably ghost them.
That's a very, very common thing nowadays.
Ghost no.
I think people are pussies. Like, man up. I got ghosted. Actually, right before we started dating, I was kind of seeing this girl for a couple weeks, and we were hanging out every day, and it was cool, and everything was fine. And then she had to go to Kelowna for some photo shoot or something like that, and then that was it. Yeah. Well, it ended up that she met somebody else. But she just, I texted her when she was like, I'll be back Monday. So I texted her Monday night, and I was like, hey, what's up? How was your time? No response. I was like, left it, didn't text Tuesday, texted Wednesday. And I didn't really think about it. I just figured maybe she was still there or something. Texted Wednesday, and I was just like, are you back yet? Nothing. Couple days go by. I'm like,
maybe she died.
are you? Yeah, that's where my mind went. I was like, I wonder if she's okay. Like, and I wasn't thinking anything. I wasn't like, I'm never the kind of person like that. And then 2 weeks had gone by, and I'd sent probably 5 texts. And at the end, I was like, are you okay? Is everything okay? And then my last text was like, hey, man, like, if I did something wrong, just let me know. Because, like, you feel insecure at that point. And then I messaged her friend who we mutually knew, and I was like, hey, what's up with her? And then her friend was like, oh, yeah, don't tell her that I told you this, but she met somebody else. And I was like, fucking coward.
Okay, so
Like, what the fuck, man? You wasted 2 weeks of my life. Like, actually, I was worried. I was actually worried.
Yeah, no, I would never do that. But I will say that times that I've been honest with guys, it has blown up in my fucking
Because
face.
guys are fucking stupid.
Because I remember this one guy, I'm not going to talk too much about what he had a skill, and he was able to make something for me that I wanted.
Sounds like you're explaining me.
No.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
And it was like something that I've been wanting for a long time, and I was like, oh man, like that'd be dope if you could make it for me. This is what I'm looking for. And then he was like, yeah, just text me, and then I'll text you back. And I was like, cool. So I texted him, and he's like, yeah, so can we go out to dinner? Or let's go to this restaurant, and we can talk about what you want. And I was like it was like a nice restaurant. And I was like, hey, and at the time I was like, you know what? Sometimes I let it get to a point where I'm so sure that their intentions are to get it on. I wait until that point, till like they're about to kiss me, and then I'm like, oh shit, no. But with this person, I was like,
fucking
okay,
tease.
why does he? No. Let me
being
explain
funny.
that. So it's like, I'm just gonna shut it down right here. I was like, hey, actually, we can meet for a coffee, because all I want is this like thing that you can make for me. I hope I didn't give you the wrong idea that I wanted anything more than that.
Yeah.
And then he fucking told me off. He was like, I have never met such a high school bitch in my life. And just like laid into me. And like, cause I think whenever I text him, I was like, hey, like, I actually have a boyfriend. Like, I don't really want to go out to dinner with you. Like, I said something like that. Cause even whenever I got home, I was like, Steven, like, I asked this guy to do something for me. And like, he just asked me to go for dinner. And I was like, I don't know what to do. But then
You guys
anyway.
were dating?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were. She
we were
started
still
doing
together.
this thing, this like hobby. I don't know. I'm not gonna bring it up because I don't know if anybody's who's gonna watch this. Do you care? Like the archery thing.
Oh, that wasn't from that.
Oh
No.
I don't know what it was from, but yeah, like, and then yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was.
You didn't tell me about it, by the way, until after we broke up.
Okay, that's not true. And now I look like a fucking psycho.
No.
That's not true. I told you when it happened because I was just like, anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I've never, ever not responded to someone. Like, and but I feel like I let it fizzle out more than, but unless it's like, because that's the other thing is, so that guy, he made me feel like I was like, shit, maybe I read that wrong. Like, maybe I look cocky and overconfident. And so that was like, I don't know.
That has nothing to do with you. Some people are just like, remember that time I told you about that girl that was like trying to flirt with me, and she got up and I was sitting on the couch and she put her ass in my face as she walked by on purpose, and then she tried to hook up with me. I'm going to use a bad word here, but she said it, but like, she like went in to kiss me. I was like, no, I'm not into that. And she was like, what are you, a fucking fag or something? And said that to me, and then yelled at me and kicked me out of her house. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was drunk and I had my car. It's happened to you too.
Yeah, it happened to me too.
Yeah, that's fucked. And it's just like, it's just people can't take rejection well. So they put themselves out there in some way. Like, she was really trying hard. The end of this story is funny, but I don't know if I want to go there, but like, yeah, fuck it, I'll go there.
He did it anyway.
No. So what happened was I was drunk and really far from home, and my truck, or not my truck, what was I driving at the time? Yeah, it was my truck. No, I can't remember. There's some reason why I didn't want to go home. Oh my God, I remember why I didn't want to go home. Because I was living with Funk. And she had cheated on me. So this story ends up with me cheating on Funk. But anyway, I don't care. She cheated on me. But I didn't want to go home because I didn't want to be there because she was being mean, and she had just recently cheated on me like a month or two before that. And she wanted to have an open relationship, but only one-sided.
Okay.
And I wasn't about that. But anyway, I was hanging out with this girl that was working with my sister, and then I was at her house. She did that, and I was like, well, I don't want to go home right now. I was driving my Jeep on the 22s. That's what it was. And then I was sitting on her couch, and I was like, well, I don't want to go. Can I just sleep on your couch? Like, don't kick me out. Like, my truck's here, like, or my fucking Jeep's here, like, whatever. And then she let me sit there, and then her roommate came home later and woke me up on the couch and gave me a blowjob. It was the funniest night. Anyway, go on with your story.
So you didn't hook up with the girl that you went home with, but then you hooked up with her roommate after you denied
I
her?
didn't even mean to. She just woke me up, and we sat there talking for a half an hour, and I told her the story, and then I never met her, never talked to her ever again. Don't even know who she was. It was just funny.
Mystery BJ.
Mm-hmm.
Mystery BJ.
I know that girl that stuck her butt in my face ended up marrying a dude that I went to high school with, though. They have 2 kids now. Good for him. Anyway.
So, yeah, basically I don't know.
Yeah, you were just talking about the dude, and I was just saying,
No,
like,
we were talking about ghosting, but yeah. No, I don't ghost. I don't know. But also I do get shocked. Like, I don't pick up the hints at all if someone is like flirting with me or whatever. So then I think that whenever it comes out of nowhere, then my like shock enough is like.
Mm-hmm. I used to say that to you when we dated. I used to be like, I think you understand, like, you have to understand that like 90% of men that want to hang out with you one-on-one have intentions to be with you, and you'll back me up on that.
How do you like?
How do you decipher it?
No, I was gonna say, like, why do you ever think that I would? Anyway.
Because it's just the human condition. Yeah. It's like Tinder, right? Which is funny. Have you downloaded Tinder?
No.
Oh, we had talked about her like downloading dating apps. But
well, just because I was bored and not having a lot to do.
Tinder's a weird one though, because I feel like I heard this somewhere that like Tinder is like sectioned off for like people that want to fuck, and then the other dating ones are kind of like people that want to meet people.
So so the thing is that I'm too shy to message someone, so I wouldn't go on Bumble. And then there's like Hinge, and it asks like really deep questions. Like my friend was showing me on her phone, like these questions you got to fill out.
And they're trying to match people, right?
Yeah, but like I hate deep questions. Like what?
You can't live your life on the surface. I don't think you're ever going to find a deep connection. I think the reason why we have such a deep connection is because I forced you to be deep with me.
No. Deep like artsy, hipster, stupid questions.
Oh.
Like, I don't know. I'll try to remember one for next week. But anyway, no, I don't want to smash, so Tinder's no good. I'm too shy to message someone, so Bumble's no good.
You're a fucking millennial at heart, man.
What? Why? Because I said smash? Fuck off. I am a millennial. There's younger than me.
I'm a millennial too, eh? What's the cutoff date?
Anyway.
It's like 81 or something.
So I'm going to go and actually, you know what we should do?
What?
Let's wrap this up for today.
Okay.
But we both go and download Tinder, and then we have to bring a date and not tell them that they're coming on a podcast. And then we bring them next week. Can we please?
No.
What? Okay. Well,
But you guys should definitely get the app and compare your matches. And
Okay.
no, because then Steven would have like all these like hot babes, and I'd be like, unmatched. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not jealous like that.
You do get jealous. You just
No, I don't.
internalize it.
No,
But
no.
So,
You know what though? Because you get like the fucking hottest girls. That's why like every
Maybe when
time
I was in
in
shape.
public with you, I'd be embarrassed for you. I'm like, Steven's ex-girlfriend
she did this
literally
all the time.
looks like
she
a
felt,
porn star.
Yeah, no.
But anyway.
My ex-girlfriend looks
Don't
like a
you
melted
can't say
Barbie.
mean things about
Yes,
people.
I can.
No.
Hey, if you see this,
Stop,
fuck
Steven.
yourself, you dumb hoe.
Stop. No. Anyway, so
No,
next
yeah, you
week we'll be
download
bringing
Tinder,
our
and I want you to
Tinder
take
dates.
screenshots of the conversations you have with men, and I want to see what they message you. And we'll pull them up here, and we'll see them next week because I just want to see it. I'll download Tinder too, and I'm just gonna fuck with it.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna see, like, you know how you like. Okay, if you download Tinder, you're gonna get this.
Okay, you gotta wrap it
Do
up.
you know how to cook fucking hot dogs? Because you know how to make a wiener stand. Like, you're going to get a fucking shit ton of those. And I just want to see. You don't even have to respond to them. I just want to see what dudes say. And I'm going to download Tinder. And then I'm going to fucking just fuck with it. Because I need to have fun. And I want to have fun. And I want to be funny. And I'm going to go do stand-up 110%. Hell or high water on Tuesday, and then we'll actually have a set to watch next week.
Okay, so
And I'll be less weight, so fuck your stupid video you want me to watch. And Eddie just
Eddie,
farted.
did you just fart?
He did, and he went like this.
Okay, so next week we'll be bringing in Tinder dates.
We're not doing that.
Or
I
maybe
would
the
never,
following
ever,
week.
ever go on a date with anyone from Tinder.
Okay, anyway, see you guys next time. Spaghetti.
Spaghetti next week.
I'm thinking,
for
let's
watching.
just be friends.
I'm thinking you're singing flat.
And was I singing flat? I just said, was I singing flat? Was I flat?
No, I was just fucking with you.
No, you weren't.
No, you were. Your voice was like.
I thought you said that was good when I go like that.